Roger Christopherson here again with another first listen review. Just kicking back, listening to the new release from Liam Gallagher entitled Knebworth 22. This was recorded back in June 3rd and 4th of June 22, and it was in front of about 170,000 people at the Knebworth Festival there. I guess it was released in cinemas back in November and December of last year, which I knew nothing about, didn't see it, but imagine that was something to watch. Maybe I'll get around to watching it. I don't know. As time goes on, I don't really care too much about watching videos anymore. I just really like putting in the CDs and listening to them, but that's just my personal way of listening, or personal taste, I guess. But yeah, this album's pretty cool. I've did a review of Noel, his brother's High Flying Birds album that came out here a few months ago, and I've really liked the stuff he's done. However, with Liam, I haven't really cared for his solo stuff too much. I've listened to him, I don't really go back to him. It's not my thing. Noel's kind of stuck to the Oasis style of music, that style of writing, which makes sense. He wrote all the stuff in Oasis, so it only makes sense. And when they split, Liam had to team up with different people to write, and that's just kind of how that went. But anyway, this, when I saw it was coming, I'd heard this last release from last year, the Live on the Thames River, I think it was called, and that was pretty cool. They did a lot of Oasis stuff in there, so I figured there was going to be a lot of Oasis songs in this, which there were. 9 of the 16 tracks are Oasis songs, and pretty much goes out there and just kicks butt. This is a rock band. His band's tight. They play the songs great. He sings his butt off on this. I mean, he really sounded good, actually. Not that I should be surprised by that, but if there was issues way back when Oasis where he had throat issues and he had trouble singing a few different times, and I just had that stuck in my head. And I remember that's how Noel ended up doing that live thing that they did on MTV or something like that, because Liam was sick. That's always kind of just stuck in my head for some reason, but I guess I shouldn't let that skew my views. And this kick butt, he actually made it sound like he was really there for the crowd, even between songs. A little banter that he does, which isn't much, but he just makes it sound like he's there for them. And it was kind of cool. I can't say it felt intimate, but he actually sounded like he appreciated the crowd, and it was feeding off the energy of them. And by the time they get to the last couple songs, Wonderwall and Champagne Supernova, you can hear his voice is getting a little ragged, but that's okay. That's what live shows are all about, and he still just gave it all he was, all he could, and he's still hitting the notes, and sounded great. It's what you want out of a live show, that energetic. You could feel the energy just listening to it, which I really liked. It's funny just listening back, because Oasis had always been accused of stealing riffs or really heavily being influenced by certain bands. And you hear these songs again after you haven't heard them for a while, you're like, yeah, I kind of hear what that is. The one I had never noticed before was, I forget which song it is now. I can't remember which one it was, but it had that Get It On riff. I was like, oh cool, they're doing Get It On, and then it wasn't Get It On. I was like, oh oh well. But still, it's a cool song nonetheless. And rib me all you will over that little comment, but sometimes we borrow a little heavily from our influences, and that's okay, as long as you can find a way to turn around and make your own. I guess that's what those bands had done anyway. The early English rock bands were borrowed heavily from American blues artists, and that debate's been going on for years and years and years. But anyway, I just wanted to get this one out there really quick. It's a really good album. It was energetic and fun to listen to. If you're a fan of Liam's, you're probably going to enjoy this. If you're a fan of Oasis, you're definitely going to like this. So that's that being said, feel free to leave your comments below, as always, what you think of it or him, and like, share, subscribe. I really enjoy all the banter that's been going on lately. The more people that get involved, the more talking there is, and the conversations that we have are really cool. So appreciate it all, and until next time, we will see you.